Hey team, this is Scott, and I was figuring that we do kind of a video one for Book of Jeremiah, and Gads, what a life! The guy's a prophet. He's got a personal, direct line to God Himself. He's given prophecy that he's sharing with people that are unfolding as they occur, and but at the same time, he's delivering it, in the end of Jeremiah from an imprisoned state. He's in jail. He's in prison, and it got me to thinking about how the people that we hang around with influence us. And it can be that during the most troubled times, people draw closer and closer to Christ, or it can be that during the most troubled times, they find themselves further and further away because they doubt that God's there. Well, here's a guy that's in prison. His prophecies are coming true. It's the end of Jerusalem as they know it. God's kind of chosen city is under attack. And Jeremiah is telling them not to lose hope, even though it's going to be the end of the city and many of their lives as they know it. But there is a king coming that will reestablish the kingdom, and not only the kingdom, but Jerusalem and the city. And the king that he's talking about, well before obviously the time of Jesus' birth, he's talking about Christ the Savior. And he gives the prophecy of all the details of where Jesus will be born. Where the Savior will come from, where he will be born, what lineage, the son of David, that the line of David's family that it'll come from. And all of those facts are amazing facts and worthy of a specific study in itself of the prophecy of the likelihood of Jesus as the Savior and all the things that had to come to fruition in order for Jesus to be recognized as the Savior. And God did just that. And even though Jeremiah didn't get to witness it, he held on to his faith and the belief that the good was coming. And I think it's a great message for all of us today that even though our lives aren't in the troubles of imprisoned and enslaved and the brutality of the prison systems back in those days, in the woes of that life, but we think we're in the woes of ours. And for each of our lives, the woes of our life today, they are the woes, and they are heavy, and they are real, and we are experiencing them. But the message that we learned from Jeremiah was that we should be hanging on, that we shouldn't give up, that you should hold strong to your faith and the truth that good, better, actually best, the best ever is coming. And that's what God's promised, and He's never fallen short of His promise. He didn't on Jeremiah's prophecy with the birth of Jesus, how unlikely the Savior would come from what Jeremiah was prophesying to the exact outcome that he had projected. The same is true for our lives today. He's got good, better, even best still in the future for each of us. And as troubled as our times may seem today, as troubled as they may be in the world, in politics, in our local government, in your local business, in your personal life, whatever it might be, good, better, the best is still coming. And that's worthy of remembering. And Jeremiah was talking about it in the worst of times. And we should surely be focused on it and thinking about it in our times today. Because no matter your circumstance, there's good, better, and best coming. And you might not have the ability or the gift of prophecy as Jeremiah had, but what you have is the promise of Christ. And the fact that He came, already laid His life down for our circumstances today, and our sinful nature today, and our tendency to lack in faith and to fall short. He already paid the price for us, and He's got the best that you can even better than you can possibly imagine still in store for you as your gift today. Just hold strong to that better, good, better, and best is still coming for you. Hold strong to your faith in that, and God will reward it. The fruit of your faith will be heaven eternity. You know, that is worth it. It's worth it to pause and to think about the Old Testament and Jeremiah and be thankful that the guy imprisoned that had no reason really besides he knew it was God's voice speaking to him. But from all apparent reasons all around him, everything he could visually see, everything he could physically experience was telling him, give up, walk away, and he didn't. And God's asking the same from us today. Stand strong, be tough, keep your faith, hold true, and believe that better, that good, better, and best is still coming your way. God believes in you, so stand strong and believe in Him. He's got a beautiful future in store, a beautiful gift in line for all of us. Love you. Talk soon.